Hello everyone. So in this video I'm going to show you how we can work with arrays in PHP. Well actually specifically we will do two things. First we'll learn how to create two types of arrays, indexed and associative arrays in PHP, and then we learn how to loop through them. Okay, so let's start. So as with any other project before PHP project, before you start you need to make sure that your SAM is running. Just check in the SAM control panel, remember the port, alright, and then open the Chrome or try Firefox and then access it. You should create, you go to C drive, SAM htdocs and create folders. In this case I'm using the project PHP, and there are three files, but actually you just need to recreate one file. This is this file. In my case I name it arrays.php, but you can name it whatever you want. Alright, and then you should open Chrome and then access it. The local host, this is the port. You can check it here. It's different. My port is 444, but you may have different. And then go to your project location and then access the file. Alright, now we're ready to start. So first I will create a normal default format, HTML format. Okay, exclamation mark and tab, and then I have it. So I will write PHP array. Okay, this is just a name. Alright, now we will start our PHP code with PHP. Alright, and then okay, now we're ready to start. So the first thing I like to talk about is an index array. So for example, we learn I have an array called country with 3 countries inside. So this is how we create array. You type array and then to bracket. Okay, so our array has 3 countries. The first one, the USA. I don't want to capitalize this. The second element in our array, I have the UK, and then the third country I like to include is Australia. Alright, so we have 3 elements in our array. Okay, for example, I want to output one element in the HTML file. What I can do is just type echo and then country. In this case I like to accept the first element, but remember in PHP the first element starts with 0, so we're gonna start with 0, and then we go to back, and when we reload the file, here we go, we have the USA. Alright, so the first element. Okay, so this is how you output the result of the element in the PHP array, starting with 0, remember. Alright, now we will learn how to loop through this index array. So, but remember this one is called index array because later on we'll have the associative array as well. So index array. Okay, now let's loop through it. I want to output each element in the array. Okay, so this is how we do it. I'm going to use the for loop. Okay, bracket and curve bracket, but this one will start with an x 0. Okay, and then x smaller than the length. If x is smaller than the length of the array, then we're gonna execute our command. So how we can assess the length of the array? We're gonna do count and then the name of our array, which is country. Okay, after that we will increment our x This is how you increment it in PHP. Alright, now for our command, we will type, for example, you can type whatever you want, but I'm gonna type I have been to, okay, space. Now remember, you need, if you want to output the array, you need to use the this format. So we got country, so this is the name, this is the name of our array, okay, and the element of it, so x will be the element, and then alright, and then we want a break, okay, a break. This is just the HTML tag break, which means go to the next line. But I want to point out that we can use the apostrophe like this, double apostrophe like this for the words, but for the array element you need to use 2 dot here and dot and then put the array with the element inside like this. If you don't have the dot here, it may cause some unexpected error later, so make sure that you got 2 dot right here, and then your array inside. Okay, so now we have it. Let's have a look. Okay, right, if you want to have a dot here, you can just put a dot here, for example, okay, and then you're gonna have like this. Okay, perfect. All right, now that's for the array, the index array. Now let's move to the second part. That is working with associative array. Associative array. Okay, so for this array, we're gonna have something like this. For example, I have called asso array, and to create an associative array, you're gonna do array, and inside for the associative array, you will have 2 elements for each. First, the value, and then, or we call it the key. I'm sorry, the key, and then the value. So in this case, I'm gonna have apple as the key, and then the value is, in this case I'm going to use $5, which is the price. Okay, in the same way I can create a second element, banana, and then the price. You can choose whatever names or topic you like. In this case, just an example. The third element, I'm going to have orange, and then the price is $375. All right, now we have an associative array. Okay, so you can see that it's obviously, this is, we have 2 elements. This is the key, and is the value, which is different from the index array, which only have 1 element for each, inside the array. Okay, now if you want, now for the next part, if you want to echo the output of the array, we're gonna have to refer to the key. Okay, so in this case, I want to output, for example, the second element. So I'm gonna start with the name of it, and then the key here, banana. So in this case, I'm trying to output the value of which is $4.5 with the key, using the key banana. Okay, all right, let's check. Okay, here we have the price of the banana. Okay, in a similar way you can just output any of this. I'm gonna comment out this one just for the sake of being easier to observe. All right, you can just replace the name of the key here, and then you will have the corresponding value. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is the test that we talked about in the beginning, which is looping through this type of array. Okay, so we have already learned how to loop through the index array above. Now we learn how to loop through the associative array. For this one, we're going to use for each. Okay, we don't use for as the above, we use for each. Okay, similarly, bracket. Now inside the bracket, you're going to have the name of the array, your array. So now you can just put whatever name you like here for the key. The key here, I want to write fruit, and then the name for the value. Here I'm going to say price. So again, fruit is just a name that I choose for all of the key here, and price, that's just the name that I choose for all of the value here. You know, it depends on your example. You can choose different things. It doesn't matter. All right, and the next thing you want to do is to output it in the HTML file. You can use echo the price of, and then I want to use a key here, which is fruit. The price of fruit is, now remember I use 2 dot here. All right, and then input the array inside of 2 dot. The price of fruit is, and then we're gonna have 2 dot here, and then price. Okay, and then I want it to have a break tag, HTML tag. Okay, so that pretty much. Let's go and check. Okay, now we have the price of apple is, banana is, well, it stick together, so I have to fix it. Okay, let me check it again. There we go. Now we have the price of apple is 5, price of banana is 4.5, and the price of orange is $3.75. So that's exactly what we want. So overall, I have just show you how we can create an index array. Okay, and then loop through the index array, and then how we can create an associative array, and then loop through associative array, and output the result into the HTML file. Thank you very much for your watching.